Johar everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm so happy and proud to be here. And I would like to thank the entire team for giving me this opportunity to be here. Talking about my work and climate action discourse. Today, I would like to say to all the young people and all the uh, panelists and all the speakers who have been here from a very diverse, and I really look forward to everyone's work, is that I think young people are very important stakeholders in terms of climate action discourse. We young people have been working in various sectors and various thematics, whether it is advocating in the streets or whether it is advocating in policy making spaces and different arena, both in the global level, national level, or regional level. We have been there all out, yet there has been inadequate representation of the young people in the policy making spaces and in the implementation spaces. So one of the things which I would like to highlight and would like to emphasize is the need of ensuring that there is adequate representation of young people. And when I say about adequate representation of young people, I would also like to highlight the need of emphasizing a diverse and intersectional representation of young people. And when I say about a representation, I would also like to highlight that there has been immense young people who are out there and working. I think one of the things which is really important is to start identifying the work done by the young peoples. And that is what I feel the need to identify and the need to document the work of the young people by the policy making spaces and by the other stakeholders and institutions is really, really important, because it's really important also to see what the young people are doing and then support them, rather than just going ahead in the willing to support, because I think there are a lot of work already existing. So in order to stop the overlapping and imposition of work, I really feel it's really important to ensure that identification of young people, supporting young people, and ensuring that there is adequate representation. The second thing which I would like to really highlight is in terms of capacity building of young people. And again, when I say capacity building of young people, I would like to say that often when we talk about capacity building, it's like young people do not know anything. We need to teach them. We need to tell them to do this, that, and all lot of things. I would like to say that when we are talking about capacity building of young people, I think we should come from a place that yes, young people have seen it, young people are experiencing the climate crisis, and young people, just a bit of power cut, I'll just take a minute. Hello. Yeah, I hope I'm visible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, sure. I was talking about capacity building of young people, and I would like to say that when we talk about capacity building of young people, there has often been imposition that young people do not know and they need to be taught and they need to be told this. I think this entire narrative and entire perspective needs to introspected. I feel the young people, when we are talking about capacity building, we should see that young people are experiencing climate crisis. Young people have been out there being vocal about climate crisis, and that's where we need to see that what capacity building is important for young people, what needs to be given to the young people, which the young people need. It's not that we are imposing that you need to be there, you need to be there. So I think, and I believe, and I want to say all the young people, that we are doing amazing work in all the spaces. And that's why I also believe and firmly would like to emphasize that climate action is not only a single way of work to do. Climate action can be done through multiple ways. Like we are having a lot of young people in research. We are having a lot of young people in other like whether it is science, whether it is arts, whether it is sports, or whether it is any of those kinds. And we also have a lot of young people working on ground. So I think do what you feel like doing in terms of the thematic or in terms of the specialities or in terms of the talents you have. You can contribute towards climate action in your own capacity, in your own way. What is required in today's world is the willingness to contribute. And that's what I really feel in terms of us as different stakeholders working with young people. I think if we write a singer, a dancer, and a lot more, we can do multiple ways in which we can contribute, multiple ways of contributing towards climate action. And as we are talking about climate consciousness, I think that's what is really important, to contextualize climate action, to contextualize climate crisis, because at this point of time, it's really important to understand that climate crisis is not being felt or impacted by each one of us in a similar way. We all are facing climate crisis, but in a very, very different way. And that is where I would also like to bring on the fact of language. I think language is really, really important. And coming from an indigenous background, I strongly feel that there are so many communities, and there is really important to ensure that we can make sure that we are reaching out to diverse young people in a different language, because that language is really important in terms of ensuring that people are able to engage and we are being able to reach out to people. And the third thing which I would like to say, that we do say that young people should be part of climate action discourse, but I strongly believe that there needs to be safe and enabling spaces for young people to speak, because we want young people to speak and we want young people to engage, but what is about the safety? And that's what I feel really grateful to be part of this youth advisory group on climate change by Secretary General, because I feel this is one of the safest space to speak to the power, what is the problem, what is the challenges, and how things can be done better. And that's what I feel from a more leadership in global level, regional level, national level. We need those spaces where young people can engage in a very free and frank manner and be honest to power in terms of what are going wrong and what needs to be done. And summing up on my intervention, I would like to say that it's really important to ensure that young people are meaningfully engaged. When I say meaningfully engaged, it's also ensuring that they are parts of projects, they're parts of policies drafting, they are parts of consultation, they are parts of policy making processes and initiatives and projects, and they're part of it from the beginning till the end, from the drafting till the implementation, and not mere tokenized, like we need young people to be part of the process, so we reach out to young people, or we have, because I want to say that there's a lot of youth tokenism also across the globe, and that's what needs to be taken into consideration. And coming from an indigenous community, I would also like to say that when we are talking about indigenous youth, it's really, really important that we ensure and we emphasize on the rights recognition of the indigenous people over the land, forest, and territories. Because if we see the impact which the climate crisis is having on the young people of the indigenous community, it's the stake of the life, identity, and food security and safety. And the least can be done in terms of safeguarding them is recognizing their rights, making them that they are secure, the land is secure, the forest is secure. And that is what is really important. And that's what I really feel, that indigenous people and local communities are contributing immensely towards climate action through the traditional knowledge and practices, yet they are the ones who are most affected by climate crisis. And that's why I strongly say that indigenous people and local communities should be leaders of conservation and climate action and not victims of it. So at the end, I would like to say all the young people, we all are different and we all are unique and we all have the power to change. And that's what is, everyone is important because everyone's perspective is important and we all need you. And I just want to tell this honestly, there's so much space in this climate action discourse, but it seems that there's no space for anyone or everyone. I just want to say that there's a lot of space. We all can work together. You matter, your perspective matters, and it's really, really important for everyone to contribute in whichever you can. So yes, we can work towards climate action, and together we can definitely do it. Thank you.